Hi, it's been a while and there's so much going on in the world and in this country, but I am just happy to be back filming and uploading to YouTube. But I do have some good news. I finally launched my business earlier this month and I'm excited to share with you guys. So let's get started. So since my previous video from the Solopreneur Diaries, I was working on a website portfolio or starting to work on a portfolio, but I took some time to really learn and improve my skills, and I did the portfolio but also launched the business. So that's basically where we are right now, if that makes sense. So let's look at the website for the business. Okay, so I'm actually refilming this, so I'm watching the video and I'm gonna attempt to do like a voiceover. Okay, all right, so this is the website. This is the home page, and I have my little bio here in the footer. Then let's go over to the portfolio, and I have two projects that I'm showcasing. Both are like like portfolio clients. They're not like actual clients, so I have that there, and I have one where it's like more coming soon, so hopefully I can have like more clients. But once you click on the Isabella client, which was in the previous video, this is what I've done so far. I have the website screenshots I made for her, but I'm gonna go ahead and add that after this video. But this is what I've done for her, and that's the briefing that I like rounded it up to. Don't mind the blank slashes, I already fixed that. I didn't notice that until like a few days later on the back end. But yeah, this is like her setup here. Okay, we're gonna move on. I wonder what I was talking about at this point, but yep, that's her stuff. And then this is the services page, and I do brand identity design, social media marketing, and web design and development. I don't really know why the hierarchy looks like that. It literally refuses to go along. I might fix that later, but yeah, that's basically that. And I just hit the portfolio thing again for whatever reason. To the about, I just have a quick summary, and then our core values, and come on girl, what are we doing? Have the core values showcasing, and then on the contact page, you know, it's just a simple contact questionnaire. So yeah, that's what we have. So okay, so let's talk challenges throughout everything going on and then up to the launch. I did not vlog this part, so I thought it'd be nice to just include this in here because this is a part of the journey. When it came to my portfolio, I was really lost and kind of confused, and it was a bit challenging to you know, like figure out how to showcase these things and how to organize them, and then how to do them as perfectly as possible, as advanced and expertly as possible. And that was a challenge, learning everything, starting from scratch, because it was kind of annoying to like learn with what I knew. I just had to start from scratch to like learn a bunch of things and how to do these things specifically. And I learned what I learned in school, and whenever I had like family friends or friends or a referral to me, I would just do it. I would just pick up on it and do what I know and learn whatever else I needed to. But this time the portfolio challenged me to actually like no, like start like as if you're doing the full package for the client. So that was really tumultuous at first, but then it started getting easier over time. The next thing I would say is getting more realistic was the next challenge. So like I want to be able to do everything, like literally all the time. I want to be able to do like literally everything. Like I go from like hyperfixation to hyperfixation, like, and whenever I like hyperfixate on something, I just want to absorb the information and like literally be like a professional. If I'm not an expert or professional, by the end, like my fixation is done, it's like on to the next, you know. So this really challenged me. Sorry. So this really challenged me to like really push myself and stick to it. But I had to get more realistic as I went. I had to get more realistic about my progress. I had to get more realistic about what perfection looks like, and I had to get more realistic about what can I do. So that was like another thing. I wanted to be like you know, a master of all. I want to be able to do everything. I want to be a one-person agency, when that's just not realistic. I have to pick things that I can do and know when to reach out, or know when to, you know, I'm not the expert at this, so I need to refer to someone else, or, you know, excuse me. So that was like one of the challenges that I was dealing with. And the next thing that I had to deal with was like self-esteem, about just my self-esteem as in general. Like I started feeling kind of like, oh my gosh, am I really up to this, and stuff like that. Like I was starting to put pressure on myself. Like, is my dream too big? Is my vision for the company too big? Did I get too ahead of myself? Because I put a lot of things on this business. I put a lot of stake into this business, so I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, what am I doing right now? So that's one of the challenges. That's a part of the challenges that I had to face, like self-esteem and feeling like, oh, am I enough to, like, for this big dream of mine, or for this vision I have. And I do have an entrepreneurial mindset, so this is not like the only business idea I have, but this is like one of the first that I'm tackling and really investing a lot into, versus like other things that I would just start and go with. So yeah, that was another thing. With the self-esteem, I did start questioning myself and my dreams and just my vision for the company in general, but I'm currently trying to persevere and see where that takes me. But we'll get to the current things going on in a bit. The last like big challenge I was facing was throughout the launch was the website. I can make I could not a whole video, but I could go a couple of minutes about this, but this was irritating. So with the website, I have a problem of like listening to other people to find like the best quality answer. So I was online, I was like on r/graphic design, I was looking through Quora, I was, you know, in web development, you know, like spaces and everything, and looking for the answers. And a lot of people were saying like Webflow or WordPress. Well, you know, the main answer is usually like WordPress for like web design, you know, WordPress, Webflow. You could do Figma if you're doing like solely web design, and then you give it off to a web developer. You can do that, but that's a whole, you know, that's like another thing. And then you can do, I mean, some people can, but you can do Squarespace or you can do Wix. But with Wix, I've dealt with Wix for a very long time, like since I was like in high school, and there is limitations to Wix. And then with Webflow, there's a huge learning curve, which I was ready to tackle. I set aside like 4 months to like tackle this learning curve, but I think I went about it the wrong way. WordPress, I was gonna do WordPress. It was like my first, like, okay, I'm gonna do WordPress because I do web management for other people, and I know the back end. I'm very familiar with the back end of WordPress, and I do management for that. But or I do maintenance, not management. I do web maintenance for WordPress sites. But for me, as like starting this business and, you know, with everything going on, I don't really have like a bunch of money to just be like, boom, okay, go. So with WordPress, you kind of need that money, especially with like plugins and stuff like that. Even if you don't want to, if you don't plan on using plugins, as you go on, eventually you will. So like, and to even, I was willing to like start and do small, but with WordPress, they like, to start, like a starter plan is kind of expensive. So I was like, I don't know, I don't know if I'm ready for that. That's like a good amount of price to pay for right now. So then, so I'm, you know, I'm not counting that out for the future, but you know, so I then decided, okay, Webflow seems to be the most like affordable and the most dynamic option, and it makes sense or whatever. Or so I thought. That learning curve was not even extremely, but it was way bigger than I thought it was. I was ready to take it on. I set aside time. I had like my portfolio ready, the logo and branding done for like my business. So I was like, you know, Webflow, like I just need to figure this out and then launch the website and do what I need to do. I designed all the pages. I made sure everything was correct. I made sure everything was making sense. And when I put it into mobile, it looked crazy. So I was like, oh my gosh, like what do I do? So I went to go fix it, but it was not getting fixed. And after days and days, it's just not getting fixed. And the launch time, my preferred launch date, was just going by. So yeah, that's what happened, and it honestly frustrated me. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and take a step back and just go on Wix, because I need a quick website and I need it to do one thing, and I need to stop being a perfectionist. Yeah, I need to stop being a perfectionist, and I just need to launch. So I decided to go with Wix, and here we are. Too long, but the current challenges that I am dealing with is my confidence and my confidence, and I put portfolio, but I don't really know about that. I'm okay with my portfolio. It's really just my confidence and getting my first client. I am really like nervous about getting my first client, so it's making it hard to literally like hit the ground running to just get my first client. So that's currently what I'm facing. I had an idea earlier on how I should go about getting my first client by like doing a little special, but before I go and implement that idea, I'm gonna try to brush up on like my process, refine the website a little bit, not procrastinate or put off getting a client, but you know, like just to instill some confidence and just a little bit of courage, because I am nervous. You know, what if the client is too hard? What if, like, you know, just a bunch of what ifs and stuff. But yeah, anywho, now that we've gotten all those things out the way, I am really excited about launching the business. I am being more vulnerable about things and, like, you know, showcasing my journey. But if you want to be my first client, or you're interested in talking or in my services, then go ahead and hit that contact form. The link is in the bio. Or if you just want to see where things are going, you can also contact me, and you know, keep that link in just in case over time as you see my portfolio. But you know, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you very soon.